my allergies under control before I turn the microphone on. How y'all doing? Carlos. See you there, Angel. Trying to get here fat earlier than Carlos is not easy, huh? However, Tacterio, you are definitely first on the horizontal stream, the VIP room, or the luxury lounge. Yeah, it's another Sparkles night. Missed you guys. It's a long time. Like one day. Rosalinda, it's great to see you. Hi, Rosalinda. Carlos. T-Bone. Slip, how are you? Angel, how are you? I hope you're well. Charlie Handsome. What did I have for dinner? A hamburger. It was 2-for-1 smash burgers at Sonic, so I got 2-for-1 smash burgers and a large lemonade. That's what I had for dinner today. Well, I had a 2-for-1 coupon. Use the app, it works like that. Most of you don't have Sonic, so you don't know what I'm talking about. It's a drive-thru. It sells burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Mossy 2-for-1 smash burgers is actually not blues. That's like, everything's going pretty good right there. You had Sonic 2 for dinner, Walker. Well, you understand. That Sonic app, it's great. It used to be fantastic. And about 3 months ago, up until 3 months ago, it was half-price drinks anytime you ordered with the app. So you could get lemonade for like $1.50, giant lemonade. And then 2 months ago, now they made it a lot harder. Charlie, you are not kidding. I mean, like, they have their all-natural lemonade. That's my favorite thing to get. But it is like syrup. It's just like, wow. It's awfully good, but moderation. Yeah, no, that's Walker. That's where I get, that's what you do. You go into the deal section. That's today. I had a 2-for-1 smash burger deal. It was good. Yeah, they have drinks for half price, but not with your 2-for-1 smash burger. It used to be you got your drink half price for ordering, and you got your 2-for-1 smash burger. But I'm probably digressing way too much about the local drive-thru hamburger joint. I'm good at that. Mitaka Amplifier Laboratory. I'll look into that. I'd love to be able to do that. Okay, guys. Stars? No, the old Star Seeds, I remember. That was a great diner. I-35, that shut down. That's a parking lot. Oh no, I haven't seen that. I have not seen that. if I see that. I'm looking younger. I brought the lights in closer, Billy. I do want to take a moment to tell the YouTube algorithm that for the entire show tonight, I will only be playing to loops that I made from scratch with my loop pedal. There is no copied content. There is nobody else's content. I go out of my way to make sure that everything I'm doing is original content. I do not cover other people's songs. I try not to even cover their guitar phrases. I go out of my way, YouTube. And thank you very much. Have to remember to say that at the beginning, otherwise sometimes YouTube gets a little confused. First song, if you're playing along, is key of A. See if I can get a sound going. Julian, welcome. Angel, so good to see you. Mossy, welcome. BB King barbecue sauce, I did not know such a thing existed, but I bet I'd like it. Jack, welcome, I think. Bass fishing, great to see you. Kelly Quinn, I know you out there, thank you. Earth Angel, how are you? David Williams, Sister Sunshine, bringing the sunshine. Drac, how are you? Lovely, it's great to see you, Drac. Tony, any of you guys in the horizontal stream? I also have a vertical. Wait, other way around. Any of you guys in the vertical stream? I also have another. I'm gonna have to talk about that in a second, John. I also have another feed right here on YouTube. It's the horizontal stream. If you go to the GuitarGuyATX channel, it's right there. You might enjoy it even more than the vertical stream. Maybe not. Shauna, you figured out another Dave lick? That's awesome. Can't be that many. There are a few. Delusion, my Strat is like 1990s. You had like a master built Fender Strat. Back when they put a little thing up here that you can't actually read. The only way you would know. Other than that, it's hilarious serial number. Which is just a bunch of zeros and one number. Shauna, I don't think there's 1,000 Dave licks. I think it's probably 4. And I'm the third owner to Lucian. And before me actually, this was the owner of Austin Vintage Guitars. It was his personal guitar. He replaced it with a guitar he liked more, and I was fortunate enough to adopt Sparkles. We've been through a bit. In my will. Welcome back. I love that. Any questions you have, please ask. I do think you probably understand what I'm doing better than I do. Jack Abrams, thank you. Drac. I tell you what, Drac, you pay just about. You can walk in it in 3 to 5 bars every night of the week in Austin, Texas, and you can see guitarists doing what I'm doing with the band. And if you know the right bars to go, you can see amazing guitarists. Like we have incredible guitar players in this town who play to like 3 people. Anybody in Austin, Texas, I would encourage you to go see Alan Haynes if you haven't already. Just please do. And if you haven't listened to him, he's well worth listening to. Sister Sunshine, Earth Angel over there in the luxury lounge. You guys prefer the VIP room or the luxury lounge as a name? Carlos. Sister Sunshine, Angel. Drac. Oh, Drac. Honestly, I got some incredibly great guitar player, old buddies of mine, who are good people, and they're out there playing every night of the week. Austin, Texas. Honestly, guys, I'm nothing special. I'm just another guy from Austin, Texas. I'm like, if you catch a cab and drive downtown in Austin, Texas, you're probably a guitar player just like me. They're like everywhere. We are everywhere. What's the backing track? This is a backing track I make. Everything I play to is a backing track that I made. I don't use anybody else's backing tracks, and I try very hard to only use traditional turnarounds and things like that. Yeah, no, I only do backing tracks that I make. And I don't use anybody else's material, don't use anybody else's content. didn't start playing at 6 or 7 years. I started playing trumpet at 6 or 7 years. My parents made me. My dad was a composer and a trombonist, and he made me play trumpet. And I am grateful for it. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to play guitar. It's true. I was very lucky, Greg. I can't tell you how. I wish. I was gonna say I wish I could like show people what I saw in the 90s in Austin. Antones. It was unbelievable. And I know that like the 80s were even better. But the 90s were amazing. And I drove past that location of Antones, which is like on a road, Guadalupe, in the middle of Austin, the drag. And it's a laundromat. It used to be a laundromat, now it's a vintage clothing store, which is better. But like the entrance is all bricked up, and I'm like, man, I remember when Albert Collins, he used to have this like 150-foot long cord, and he would come off the stage and he had a guy who would hold the cord for him and push everybody out of the way. And I'm looking at this bricked up wall, remembering when Albert Collins used to come out in the parking lot playing. Albert Collins, I don't know if you guys knew, but he used to play a Fender Quad Reverb, which is twice as loud as a twin reverb. It has 4 speakers, 412. Unbelievably huge amp, and he played it with everything dimed, everything on 10. It was amazing. Even out of the parking lot, he was loud. But now it's just a bricked up wall. You can see where the door was. Key A, if you guys are playing along with me. T-Bone. Oh, Jerry Carter. If you think you're gonna make me feel bad about my multiple sclerosis tremors, you are wrong. It will happen to me when I get tired, and you guys will have to put up with it. Bruno, Brazil, shout out and welcome. Actually, I think, Jerry, you have to go sit in a room on your own. Yeah. Carlos, how are you? Always misunderstood. Earth Angel. My dog is a knucklehead, I have to say, Earth Angel. Chad Loomis, welcome. Drac. Thank you, bud. Earth Angel and Angel. Welcome. Izzy, welcome. JWATX, man. Austin, Texas. If y'all didn't know, ATX. That stands for Austin, Texas. We're weird, and we're proud of it here. We're keeping Austin weird. Lucian, don't worry, I'm nobody famous. I'm GuitarGuyATX, also known as David Fulkerson. I'm just another Austin guitarist. I'm one that got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis about 15 years ago. And I don't get to go play out anymore because I fall over. Things like that. You're seeing what I can still do. I'm a amazed that I can still do this, actually, because everything else I'm pretty terrible at. But no, I'm a nobody, brother. Trust me, I'm a nobody. But I love playing guitar. Oh, I love playing guitar with y'all. I feel incredibly lucky. I mean, I played guitar for 40 years, you know. I played blues for 35 years. I moved to Austin 36 years ago. And played blues the whole time, you know. And there was a time I thought I wouldn't get to do it anymore in front of people. But you guys let me do that. And I'm having a blast. So thank you. I would love it if you guys hit like, hit subscribe, hang out with us more. We're here 6 nights a week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We're not here Tuesday. But every other night, we're here at 9 o'clock Central to about 11:30, 12. 11:30. There's a horizontal stream too, which is a little bit clearer if, you know, you feel like watching in a more relaxed setting than the vertical stream. You can see a little more of the room around me. You know. Excuse me. Nicholas. Good starting point to learn blues. Listen to B.B. King. And listen to Freddie King. And learn to play Hideaway. It's a darn good start. Hideaway is a Freddie King song. I'm not going to play it because it's copyrighted. But that's a good start right there. And that'll lead you into other stuff. Nicholas, first scale you learn, minor pentatonic, this scale. But the last bit wasn't it. Then you start adding notes, you know. Thank you, Vince. Thank you. Standard tuning. I tell you what, I'm in A, by the way. Oh yeah. The idea of me tuning something else, boy. Yeah, no, I'm A440, brother. And I'm in A right now. never play with a wah-wah pedal, Chris. I never do this thing either. A lot of guys love this. I don't use it, I don't, you know. I don't play guitar behind my head. Don't play behind my back. Don't throw my guitar on the floor. I don't know any tricks with my guitar. I don't do any of this stuff. I'm pretty like, I'm blues, just a certain flavor of blues. And I'll tell you what, I didn't know what a pinch harmonic is, but if I ever do a pinch harmonic, it's a mistake. I don't ever do that on purpose. I do make mistakes and do occasionally by mistake. Earth Angel, thank you. Thank you, Earth Angel. Thank you. I'm with you. Mistakes are character. I make a lot of character. I am a character building show. If mistakes make character. No, Delucian, I never intentionally play pinch harmonic. Never. I'm more of a 50s blues guitar player than a modern blues guitar player. I think there's definitely a place in it. I just never do it. Terry Brim, thank you. Thank you, Terry. I'm very touched by you saying that. I'm so very, very lucky. So many of like my friends from 35 years ago are not still here. And, you know, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis like 16 years ago. And I'm still playing guitar, you know. And so many of my friends are no longer here. I'm so lucky. And you guys, you made me feel so... Well, you guys made me feel like a rock star, actually. It's pretty funny. Thank you. Do that. Those guys are masters of it. That like, you know. I mean, you look at me, I'm like, oh. You know, never in 40 years, that probably doubled the amount of times I've done that. I see other people doing. Yeah, it's odd, right? I'm like, I don't really feel like I push too many boundaries on my playing. Yeah, if you hear pinch harmonics, it was a mistake. Chris, I never play with a wah-wah pedal, no. And normally, I tell you what, I don't really play. For my whole life, I played tube amps, and just recently, I started playing like a UA Audio Lion. That's what I'm plugged into now. Just like a 100-watt Marshall Super Lead into a 412, which I always played Fenders, you know. But I really like this thing. But like, I don't have any distortion pedals or anything. I just have the amp turned up to say about 7, and I don't have both channels. One channel turned. You know those old master volumes. They've got the instrument and the mic volume. I've only got the instrument volume up. And I just now, I tried again for the umpteenth time in my life. I plugged in my tube screamer and I just turned it on. I was just playing with it a minute ago and I hated it. I'll give you guys an example of it with and without. This is without it. I love that, so I'm used to that, you know. So everybody uses, oh yeah, all the time. Oh yeah, no, all the time. Right now it's on 7. Oh, it's huge. I turn my guitar tone knobs down. I always set my amps so that like on 10 my tone is too much for me, and then I turn it down. What style of blues is Joe Bonamassa? Joe Bonamassa is one of those guys who can play any style of blues at all, and does. I mean, like, he is a master of every single style, you know. Nicholas Cox asked me what style is Joe Bonamassa, and I would say whatever style he wants for that song, he can do masterfully. Bob Lanata, welcome. JW. T-Bone. Karen Stroud. Thank you, Karen. Okay, oh, so this is no tube screamer. And I like dynamics you get. With tube screamer. Which is lovely, but to me it's too distorted. What I do like is I like the fact that this, see, the sound I go for, like about the tube screamer, that's without tube screamer. And when I put the tube screamer on, it adds an uneven harmonic. See this, if you listen to this sound, it's like old tube distortion. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. I like power tube distortion, which is what that sound is. This. So that's like power tube distortion. That's turning a large amp up to 7 and not having a real hot input. If you have a hot input, you get a different kind of distortion. You want to hear that? I'll show you. So the same volume with a hotter input. Goes forever. So that's kind of a mix of power tube and power amp, preamp distortion. But I kind of go for just the power, more of the power tube distortion, which is, I guess, it's sort of a, here, I'll play it. Tube screamer, you get a little uneven harmonics in there, and that makes it crisper. It's almost like you can hear the well, here. Yeah, that I was just turning a tube screamer on there, and I was just saying that I tried it again tonight for the endless time in my life. I like just the amp. I don't like it, If I have anything at all, it's going to be an Echoplex preamp. You know the Echoplex preamp? About 20 years, Nicholas. No, sorry, 15, I guess. Cormac McCready, welcome. And so I'll be taking that off and going back to just, right now I'm playing through a UA Audio Lion. So who's that? Oh, Mataka, you were asking. UA Audio Lion. Well, I will turn myself up to Lucian. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, Sparkles gets real gritty with that tube screamer. 9.5 gauge strings now. I used to use 11s. About 15 years ago, I started using 10s. And last week I started using 9.5s. This is my first set of 9.5s. Kind of getting used to it. That pinch harmonics, I did it right then. That was a mistake. See, anytime I do pinch harmonics, I'm making a mistake. Trinidad, how you doing? It's good to see you. Captain Farron, it's always good to see you. Shauna. Shauna. You can always watch a rerun, and you've seen plenty of me. Don't feel guilty. Oh, Drac. I'm sorry, man. Early shift is fast approaching. Drac, thank you so much. Thank you, Drac. Patrick, thank you and welcome. Reiner Stein, howdy. Kevin Little, welcome. Renata, welcome. Renata Whelan, welcome. Karen Stroud. It's always great seeing you, Karen. Oh, you're a long time part of the family. Extraordinary person, how are you? Great to see you. Thank you, Trinidad. And over there in the luxury lounge, Carlos, Earth Angel. Sip that wine, Earth Angel. That sounds lovely. Chris. Yes, what about feedback? You know, I try not to get too heavy into the feedback. But I don't know, this UA audio line thing. I mean, it's crazy. If I close my eyes, well, I do. You see me close my eyes, and there's an amp right there, and it responds just like it. That's why I'm doing what I do. My A string. I feel like it's unraveling. You guys, any of you guitar players out there know that feeling? You tune it up, you play, and then you're like, well, that's a little bit lower than I expected. That's kind of low. You tune it up and it does it again and again. You're like, uh-oh. So I got more A strings and more guitars. It's not a deal breaker, but I know. Try and jam in. Shauna, in the middle of that, I was thinking that I was telling you, you know, what I think when I'm playing stuff. And when I'm playing here, I'm thinking tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone. That's what I'm thinking. You know, tone, tone, semitone, tone. You know, major scale. And that's kind of like, I think a lot of times, like wherever I am, I think tone, tone, semitone. See, I may not know. It seems like wherever you are, as long as you know the patterns, and that's how I think. So like, when I'm thinking mixolydian, I'm not thinking tone, tone, semitone, tone. Tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, tone. And that's sort of what I think when I'm doing that stuff. So that's some more information. You're always wanting more information. There you go. Alright, folks. It's that time of the night. It's time to say goodnight and think about tomorrow. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. One of my favorite parts of playing for a few hours for you guys is saying goodnight. Because I get to say, look after yourself. I get to tell you how I feel. I look forward to this part of the night. Although, I gotta say, I sure enjoy playing guitar, so I pretty much look forward to it all. Tough news day. Seems like every day is a tough news day. I'm so sorry. I said it before, I'll say it again. I wish we lived in really boring times. I just wish that everything was just like, there was a cow stuck on a fence, maybe that kind of thing would make the news. That'd be good. Small town, nothing going on sort of stuff. But it seems like there's always big stuff going on. And I'm sorry. So with all this going on, I hope you guys look after yourselves. Look after your friends and your family. But please look after your neighbors. Maybe shake a hand and you know what I mean? It's just pretty depressing when you see a news day like the days we have, or had today and have a lot of, I really hope we get our act together one day. And I hope we quit resorting to violence. I hope we start just talking to each other. Okay with people being whoever they are. It's a lot to ask, I guess. But I hope we get there. And I hope that all of you guys will look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your neighbors, but most of all, give yourselves a little bit of grace. Give yourselves that grace you'd give somebody else. Heck, help yourself across the street. Be nice to yourselves. Give yourselves a little bit of grace. And thank you. I am so grateful that you guys hang out with me. I feel so lucky. Because I am so lucky. And thank you guys. Thank you so much. Moderators, Shauna, Goody, Carlos. I think almost everybody was here tonight. At one time or another. Sister Sunshine. Captain Farron. Thank you guys. And you guys if you want, I'm going to play another song after this on the vertical feed, the horizontal feed, or the luxury lounge as I like to call it. The vertical feed will end in a minute, and I'm going to go play another song or two in the luxury lounge. So if you feel like joining us there. Just back out, go to the GuitarGuyATX channel, you'll see it right there, live. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And good night. Shauna. Good night, Shauna. And thank you. Mickey Reber. Good night. Goody Guitars. Good night. Austin. Good night. Oh, that's a long story. Austin, come back tomorrow. Hit like, hit subscribe, come back tomorrow. We play 6 nights a week. We play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Ain't no Blues Tuesday at the GuitarGuyATX channel, but every other night of the week. We start 9 o'clock Central, we end about now. And love to see you some more. I can answer all those questions. I would love to. So please hit like, hit subscribe, join us some more. Good night, Paul. Good night, Paul Halson. Good night, Austin. Good night, Renata. Renata Whelan. Good night. Shauna. Always thank you. If you guys are new here, you don't realize that Shauna pretty much has studied my guitar playing, and I think she knows my style better than me. I'm very grateful. I think it's wonderful. Thank you, Shauna. Mickey Rebar. Welcome and thank you. And good night. Goody Guitars. Good night, brother. JW, good night. All of you guys, good night. Thank you so much. I love you guys. You guys are my friends. Be nice to my friends. Look after yourselves. Give yourselves a little bit of grace. If you want to hear a little more, head over to the horizontal feed. And otherwise, I'll see you in 21 hours. If you feel like it. Thank you. And good night, vertical feed. I love you guys. I appreciate you more than I can express. Thank you. Good night, y'all. That's so funny. Shauna, Goody Guitars, T-Bone. Brandy, a little tipsy. Be careful. And welcome to the Luxury Lounge. Yeah, no, Sean, I'm with you. Like, I feel like it's two different approaches lead to exactly the same point. It's like I think, as I understand it, I would say you're thinking minor pentatonic and adding tones into it appropriate to maybe what the chord, as the chord changes. I'm guessing, which is the same as thinking, either major or mixolydian, major with flat 7. Earth Angel, thank you. Peace, love, and happiness right back at you. I wish there was more of that out there. Thank you, Earth Angel. We need more Earth Angels. Of course, I seem to just feel like you can chromatically go from anywhere to anywhere, and I think that probably breaks all rules, but I do it all the time. Hey Shauna, have you heard a guitar player called Junior Watson? Have you heard Junior Watson? If not, I would love you to listen to little Junior Watson. I think you'd really like it. really like it. Oh, you listen to him? Junior Watson's great. Oh my gosh. So inventive. You see, he plays guitar with a beautiful sense of humor. You don't have to be good to have guitar face. David McWilliams and music ain't about good or bad. It's about connection, magic. I bet you're already good enough. That's right, T-Bone, jump please. I mean, Junior Brown's amazing, obviously too, but Junior Watson, Shauna, you should check him out. Check him out, and you're welcome. You will enjoy the heck out of that. I bet it'll give you all kinds of ideas, and it's great, man. You know, I used to get to see Junior Brown when I moved to Austin. He played at Continental Club every Sunday night, and I would go see him every Sunday night. And there were 4 or 5 people in the crowd generally. His band was a 4-piece band. 4 people in the crowd, bartender, waitress. And that was like for a whole year. And then all of a sudden, he became super famous. Which I was like, yeah, that makes sense. All right, you guys. It's about 12. It is midnight. So I best say goodbye for the night, or say good night. You know I'll be back tomorrow. Earth Angel, please do sleep. Southwest. Did you ever see Junior Band live? Amazing player. Amazing player. Literally, I mean, I watched him better part of a year. Me and 4 other people probably every Sunday night in Continental Club. That was when him, his wife, Tanya, bass player, snare drum. And he had all the songs he got famous with, you know. He just got famous with them the next year. That's great. So, thank you guys. Thank you. Shauna, thank you. Carlos, Carlos, thank you. I see you, man. Thank you. Earth Angel, good night. And thank you. Southwest 77, good night. Thank you. T-Bone, good night. Hey, T-Bone. That's right, brother. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I mean, I could leave it on. You guys could just stay here. I could just leave it on. Thank you, guys. I can't express how grateful I am. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I had a thought. $14,000 subscribers. We went past 14,000 subscribers. My mind is utterly blown again. Wow. Wow. Hey. Yeah, 14,000 and enough past it that even if I lose like 7 or 10 overnight, we're well past it. We're like, 50 past almost. Wow. Wow. Wow, I'm sorry. Just wow. Karen Stroud, thank you. Good night. Yeah, Junior Watson. I really hope Shauna listens to some Junior Watson. I think I'll make her happy. Karen Stroud, good night. That's right. Shauna, we are united as guitarists because we all have a love for this wonderful instrument. I know there are other instruments. I've always had difficulty wondering why anybody plays them. I'm very grateful that people do. But I saw the guitar, I was like, oh, that's the only instrument I want to play. It took me a while to get one. Drummers and bass players, I'm joking. Hey, good night, you guys. Good night, Carlos. Good night, Goody. Good night, David. Good night, Shauna. Good night, Earth Angel. Good night, T-Bone. Good night, Karen Stroud. I love you guys. Thank you. I'll be back tomorrow. You know that. Thank you. Oh, let you into a little secret, guys. You still here? So, this is good news. I'm going to tell you guys, but I'm not telling anybody else. So tomorrow, I got a roommate, right? I rent a room out to my buddy Chuck. He's a drummer. He plays in country bands and rockabilly bands all around town, And he got one of his bands is coming to rehearse. And so I'm going to get that guy. Come sing a few songs for y'all. He's great. Chuck was worried he might be getting too loud rehearsing, and I told him, dude, I'm not telling you guys who it is yet. I won't. But he's a local, well-known country musician. Not super well-known, but well-known around town. And Chuck was worried. He thought people wouldn't, it might be too loud. And I was like, dude, there are going to be at least two people in this neighborhood within earshot that are like, oh, that's, David. His name's David. So he's gonna come. Hopefully, at some point in the night, I'll let him sing out as many songs he wants. He might bring his guitar player too. I love it. It's funny, Shauna, we have such completely different schedules. We never see each other because I stay up so late and he's like early. It's hilarious. It's fun. And the funny thing too is like the dog loves it because it's like, one of us is awake always and the other one is, like I don't see him. He doesn't see me, but the dog is like, this is fantastic. There's always somebody awake. He's always doing something. Goody, I'm just gonna have him. They got a little rehearsal thing to do inside, and then he gonna come sing a few. And he's got enough of his own stuff too. He can sing whatever he wants. I think he's great. He's called Dave Fisher. He's a local Austin, hero. Country sort of. We got a lot of them around here. We got music in the water. So, Greg Bonello's hello and just saying goodnight, unfortunately. But Greg, it's great to see you again. Great to see you here. Always misunderstood. I hope you're not always misunderstood. And I shall have to think of a better name. Not always misunderstood. That's what I'm going to call you. Hey, not always misunderstood. Sleep well. Good night and thank you. Greg. Good night. Karen Stroud. Good night. You got a mixed terrier. Well, Augie is I tell you what, I finally figured out how to describe it. He's like a 45 pound, the way to think of him is a 45 pound chihuahua. That's what my dog acts like. He's got a little bit of like, I don't know, collie and some other stuff in him, but he's like a 40 pound chihuahua. And I love him. So, thank you all. Good night. Please give yourselves a bit of grace. Please be good to yourselves. Sleep well. And I'll see you tomorrow. Not always misunderstood. Good night to you. Shauna, good night. Karen Stroud, good night. Earth Angel, good night. Southwest 77, good night. Greg, good night. Midwest Mike, good night. Thank you. Carlos, good night, brother, and thank you. Sorry I kept you up, man. Thank you. David Williams, good night. All of you guys, from bottom of my heart, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see what happens. It'll be a fun, interesting night. Don't tell anybody. I want it to be a surprise. Alright. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Sleep well. I love you guys. Bye. And good night. Yeah, the VIP room does get the inside scoop. The luxury lounge. I like luxury lounge and VIP room. Ooh, it could be both of those, can't it? Yeah, it could be the VIP room, which is the luxury lounge. I like it. Hey, good night, y'all. Thank you. Sleep well. Get some rest. I love you guys. Very grateful. Thank you. Good night.